Hello, everyone. Today we'll be taking a look at 人民海军07型驱逐舰鞍山 something. Basically, Type 7 destroyer Anshan class. And this is a 1/350 scale kit from Takom. So, this was one of China's first destroyers, People's Republic of China. These were ex-Soviet destroyers. So, you get this very cool painting of the Anshan out in the ocean firing the torpedoes. You have the... So let's start focusing in on it so you can actually see the stuff better. So you have the line drawing of the Anshan right here. It comes with photo etch, which is really good. And then here's your sprue list. Shows you all the sprues you have available. So now let's get her open and take a look at what we have here. So first things first, let's actually take a look at these instructions. And so yeah, the instructions and the photo etch are all together. So some very nice packaging in here. Okay, come out, you decals. Alrighty, so first you have your painting scheme, and the two versions you can paint Anshan as is Anshan 1960s version, so she would have been like a bluer color, and you could have her with torpedoes, or you could also do Anshan I think this is 80s version, so she's lighter blue, light colored, and she has those missiles. And this is also what Anshan looks like as a museum ship. She's actually a museum ship in Qingdao. That's in Shandong. It's a very good museum, but the tickets are hard to get. Anyways, here is your photo etch. Your photo etch has the upper hull, and then the lower hull, and then the roof support. Then you have some radars, and that's like the radars, just the radars, yeah. And also the chain. The decals you have available, you have the number for the ship. You have Chinese flags and also Soviet flags, because this kit was released as a part with the Soviet destroyer Greshnevi, which was the Anshan in Soviet service. So you do get Soviet flags and the Soviet number for her. Here you have the number for both if she was in the light paint scheme or the dark paint scheme. And you have the Chinese seal, and then the Ba-yi little coat of arms at the front. So, enough yapping. Let's take a look at the instructions. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 sprues here. Assembly looks very nice. So, you build the funnel. It does make you drill a bunch of holes, though. So, you drill a bunch of holes in the deck, and then you put in capstans and paravanes. Then you drill a bunch of holes in the lower deck. Funnel goes on there. You put some additional pipes down, and then the forward superstructure gets assembled. You build the AA guns, the forward superstructure, or actually it's the rear superstructure with the 130mm guns. So you can make the torpedo tubes right here, and then you put the torpedoes on. Then you build the whatchamacallits, the additional stuff at the back, propeller shafts, and the anti-roll wake things. That all comes together. And you have the internal bracing on the hull. You build the bridge. There's a lot of detail on the bridge too. The rangefinder. It's a Soviet-era rangefinder. And then you also have, this is the J sprue, I'm pretty sure. Then it would be like one of the parts from here, actually, would go on right there. And then that's the bridge assembled. Then you build the forward superstructure. That's all completed. You build the guns, radar set, and then you are finished, pretty much. So here's the additional painting way you could paint it. So you have the Anshan, but you got also build her as her sisters. Anshan, I don't know what that says. Changchun, and then Dayuan. Okay, so yeah, you could have her for torpedoes, or you could do a modern missile one. Knowing me, I'm gonna go with the special one, so I'm gonna do with the missile version. Okay, so now let's actually get to looking at the sprues. The first sprue we have here, we have the K sprue. K sprue has the two sides of the hull, rear upper deck, the internal bracings for these. The panel lines on here are very good. You can see every individual plate. On here, less so. You still have some details, but it's not like the individual deck plates are molded. On here, very nice of these portholes as well. Very, very good. Okay, next sprue we have here is the G sprue. The G sprue has main mast, the 4 single gun turrets right here. Let's get some more light on here. That's better. Another mast, depth charge thrower, bilge keel, and some bridge stuff, as well as the anti-aircraft guns. Alrighty, next sprue, lower hull, and this is the L sprue. L sprue has the lower hull, and it's very nice that the lower hull likewise still has a very good amount of panel line details. You have additional superstructure doors, and then the little feet base thingies to hold the ship in place when you're displaying it. I'll probably mount it on like a wooden block or something. And then the rear superstructure, again, very, very good details on here. I very much like this. Okay. Next, we have the J sprue. J sprue is all the superstructure parts. And look just how good that detail is. Holy, Takom knows how to do their stuff well. But yeah, so this is the rear superstructure, or just superstructure walls in general. Here we have the torpedo tubes on the E sprue. This is kind of optional if you do missile version or 1960s version. Again, very good detail. Here on the H sprue, we have the forward deck. We have, again, side structures for the superstructure, the supports for the mast, breakwater, additional decks for the guns, as well as AA gun mountings, and again, more superstructure side parts. The forward part has very good detail with the anchors, and here you have the boat supports, and the funnel would go right there. Here you also have the forward part for the bridge. Here, next sprue, the F sprue. The F sprue has the 130mm guns right here, then the rudder, paravanes, bases for the 130mm guns, a bunch of pipes and davits, boats, and then ammo boxes, as well as the firefighting equipment. You also have the 2 propeller shafts for the 2 propellers, as well as the rangefinder up there. It's very nice. Alrighty. Last sprue we have is the D sprue. The CL sprue? I don't know what it's saying. Anyways, this is just superstructure stuff. You have the... Oh, wait. These are the torpedo control room thingies. And you have an upper deck and just additional superstructure stuff. It does seem that this gets to give you a lot of superstructure stuff. And lastly, I purchased these separately. These don't come with the kit, but here are the little missile launcher tubes that I'm going to build my Anshan with, so I can do the realistic of what Anshan would have looked like in the 1980s, or in modern today too. But yes, this is a very nice kit. I very much enjoyed this unboxing, and I very much look forward to building this. Anyways, hope y'all enjoyed, and goodbye.